Hello and welcome to week 3 of the Deep Two NBL Show.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
that's great. I mean, you can't get any better.
I mean, last time I said it about 24 times.
Yeah,
That's okay.
yeah.
I'm your host, James, and I'm with the lovely Sean.
Hello, I'm the lovely Sean. How are you?
What's going on, mate?
Oh, a bit of this, bit of that. You know, this is the second time we're meeting in the northeastern suburbs. It's becoming a bit of a trend.
It's nice this time in your place.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, what do you want to start off with? You got any funny stories or?
I wouldn't say it's a funny story, but I want to start off with, before we get into the actual week's games, Taco Fall. Have you heard about Taco and the sad news?
What's the sad news?
Unfortunately, he will not be signing on to the Breakers.
Damn.
So they kind of, I don't know if it's a red herring or they kind of sold us a bit of a lie. Like, he did sign, obviously, to play in those games. Like, New Zealand are currently in America playing. But he did suffer a quad injury.
Yeah.
And that's kind of derailed him from actually signing a full contract.
Right.
But I reckon perhaps there wasn't a full kind of... I think they signed him because they wanted to try how it was. They were going to America anyhow. I don't know if they had a full kind of want or desire to sign him full time.
Yeah,
but I'm sure the quad injury does not help. So
is he like out for the rest of the exhibition games?
Correct.
Yeah,
so he can't even play those.
Yeah.
And then the actual owner of NZ Breakers just said, we're not going to pursue him this season. So they said potentially in the next couple of seasons they'll look at it, but
it's
who gives a shit?
Yeah, well, like a couple of seasons from now, like fucking anything could happen.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I was thinking when I saw the news, because the news was like the headline: Taco Fall signs with New Zealand.
Yeah.
It's like holy
hell
shit!
This is cool.
Yeah.
But then in the actual,
If you read the article,
he signed on for the American
for
tour.
just
so it's probably like a 10-day contract.
Pretty much, yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, and it is what it is. I do remember when they got him because they've got Freddie Gillespie, and it was like, wow, that's like if big fat if like a 7'5" if, right?
Yeah.
But you know they don't need him. They looked all right through the first couple of games. It is weird. This is obviously my first time following the league full time, and it's, you know, you're at the mercy of the NBA. Like obviously, sort of everything revolves around the biggest league in the world. And so they're in their preseason. So New Zealand are no longer in New Zealand right now. They're in Philly yesterday, right? Yeah. So how does the schedule? And this is going to lead into a question I want to ask just about the schedule in general. How does the schedule usually shake out with these? Like, are New Zealand going to have a crazy 5 weeks when they get back? Or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will. Obviously, they'll be missing about, like, everybody else will be catching up. Like, for instance, Phoenix have got the most games, I think, at the moment. They've got 0-4, unfortunately, which is its own can of worms.
Wait, don't worry about the number of games. Worry about getting them in the right column.
Correct. So there's, 28 games in a season, and I think the minimum games they want to put in a round is 6, and the max is 8. So you'll see up to around 7 and 8, they'll start kind of pumping them out. So you'll get 2 Thursday night matches, which is fucking awesome. So they'll most likely play on the West Coast, so Perth is 2 hours behind.
Yeah, whatever it is.
So I think that's what they'll play on. So you'll have your Sydney Kings game at 7:30. 2 hours that will finish. Go to Perth, you get that game. So you got an extra game on a Thursday.
9:30 our time. Yeah,
correct.
Wow, sick. Wow.
So 7:30 their time.
Because the Thursday games are great.
It's great. Yeah, it's such a nice kind of like a breakup of the week, because it's something to look forward to, and then you've got 2 games. It's fucking brilliant. And then they'll play on a Monday as well. So you've got 1, 2, maybe 2 on a Friday, 2 on a Saturday. Does that work out? 2 on I'm not good at math.
No, that's right.
But the max you'll get 8.
But that does make sense. Okay, cool. Because again, first time following, I saw the Blitz and I was like, God, this must be crazy. It's the Blitz, right? But this is how it goes. But do teams, if they're playing 2 games in one weekend, it's going to be usually 3.
Thursday to Sunday is probably the quickest turnaround, I think.
Yeah.
So what's that? You got Friday, Saturday, 2 days off.
Yeah.
So it is a bit rough, but you are only playing 28 matches in a season. 28 rounds. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad. I feel like basketball is a game that you can really do that. Like, obviously we all follow football with various codes. Like, that's like once a week, literally football anywhere in the world once a week, right?
Yeah.
Basketball, it's just like, you hear about guys that like, the AAU circuit. Not that I have any idea what the fuck that is, but you see it's like, LaMelo Ball just played a round robin on one day as a 15-year-old. 17 times, right? You know what I mean?
I don't know what that means.
No, it's like, you see all these guys just playing like an absurd amount of games, and then the talking heads like Bill Simmons are like, that's why they're all getting injured in the NBA. Yeah. So, basketball, and I mean, I say that, but nothing's like changed. No one's fixing that. Everywhere you go, basketball is like go. I guess it's lighter on your body, but then the jumps aren't because you're jumping really high, but you're not getting hit in the head. You shouldn't be.
NBA culture of like 82 games in a season is pretty crazy. I reckon that's pretty demanding with training. Like you just always see like 60 to 80 games in, they're always like load management. Someone's injured, Embiid's dying. Like all these star players are eventually getting hurt, especially the centers. Getting, like banged up. But yeah, that's the sport, I guess. Before
we move on, what are your thoughts on load management just generally in the sport?
I think it's necessary. I think it's pretty shit that like the NBA fines you or other sporting bodies fine you for not playing your best players. Like I get that it's a sport. I get that it's a thing that you need to sell. But at a certain point, like you are a human, and like LeBron James is almost 40, or maybe he is 40.
He is, yeah.
I'm sure he can take the 64th game out of the season. Like, I'm sure he can take it off. Like if you want him to be playing, he needs to take every third game off or play 18 minutes. Like it's just not going to work.
And you'd rather he be fully healthy playing 48 minutes when it matters, not a random Tuesday against like Philly or whatever.
And like if you're looking like in the office, your boss would rather you not come in if you're feeling sick.
Like
I know it's a big difference, but it's a job. I know they get paid millions upon millions of dollars, but God, if he's sick or he's not playing well or he's injured because of that, let him rest.
No, I completely agree. I think it gets a little bit tricky when let's say you and I buy a ticket to a Melbourne game and then like Shea Illy's out, which might actually like be good because then it's like at least we get to see scoring on the other end, right? It is what it freaking is. It's like, I'm not going to be mad, like, hang on, this person who might be slightly injured, get on the court and dance for me.
I know, it's a tough one.
Cool. NBL, week 3, where do you want to start?
Probably Perth.
Yeah.
You've got Perth has had a week from hell.
Seriously.
So their first loss was 97-68 to United on the Friday night.
68.
Yeah, not good at a 4 quarters. I think the biggest thing is probably just Bryce Cotton. Like he's MVP 4 times in the league, or 5 times maybe. 4 times, I think.
4, yeah.
Played 29 minutes, 2 from 10 from the field.
Yeah.
That's pretty much... I know they lost by almost 30, but... yes, 30.
Yeah.
It's like 1, 2, 3. He's the difference. Like if he's scoring 20 points, I know they lost by 30, but
he's opening up for a lot of other guys.
They'll get a double, but I think that's just like, I think I touched on it before in the notes that the NBL is like a very guard-driven league, and you see with Cotton winning 4 MVPs, and it shows you that the depth that United has in terms of guards being defensive-minded. So Daly, you've seen it throughout the whole NBA.
Yeah.
And Shea Illy's a brilliant defender. Really put Bryce into jail.
Yeah. Honestly, like, you say 2 or 10, but like both those numbers are concerning. Like, wow, 2, wow, 10. Like this dude should be averaging 25, and it's hard to get there by taking 10 shots because you're not going to make them all. Shea Illy, obviously won Defensive Player of the Year last year, and obviously when we did the introductions, it's like, hey, this dude's really fucking good on defense. And Daly obviously has his reputation across multiple leagues, but Shea Illy, like, it's really cool to see him. He's one of those guys that, it's very easy to look at a defensive guard and say, oh, he's no bullshit. But seriously, like, he makes a shot or he makes the right pass, and there is not a single like lick of celebration. It is just like, where's my guy? I'm putting my chest on his shoulder.
Play basketball.
It's rough, man. Yeah.
That's why I love. I think we've talked about it before. I love FIBA representative players. Like, people who play FIBA play tough, play hard. There's no easy calls, especially in the NBL as well. It's quite rough and tough. and we have the FIBA rules as well, especially with the goaltending and stuff too. So we play rough.
Yeah, it's sweet. Just touch on. I don't know if we're going to touch on United later, but they were like shooting the shit out of the ball in this game. So it's like, yes, well, we have got great defense. They were stroking it, and
97's a great score for an NBL game.
There was a really good Chris Goulding shot where he's like fading into the quarter, catches the pass, fakes, does a little like dribble into his left, then right back to where he was, looked at his defender fly by, and then made it. And it's like, okay, well, you can just flick the TV off. They're going to win this game.
How he didn't make the Aussie squad.
Yeah.
Like, boy can shoot.
Especially because we need shooting.
Seth Green, Dante Exum, same player. I know we have to touch on that. But why was Goulding not on there?
Yeah. Josh Green. Who's Seth Green?
Seth Green's the actor from Family Guy.
Yeah.
Josh Green.
That's funny. Josh Rogan.
Seth Green could shoot, maybe.
Fuck, we need it. Jan Clark breakout game.
Jan Clark, yes.
Yeah, he had fucking like may as well be 0 for the first couple of nights, and then 25, and
we love it. Well, that was because like Daly didn't play. Daly's kid was birthed on that night. So
that's a real natural way to say that.
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, that was bad.
No, that's good.
His wife gave birth to their son.
Sure. Look,
child.
I do not know.
He did not play.
Jamie, pull that up.
He did not play, and it only opened up the room for Jan Clark to score 20 plus, and then Goulding to go off as well. I actually thought that was going to be really hampering for the Perth Wildcats as well, because Daly's an excellent player, but it just shows you that they've got depth at that guard position. Yeah, they're unreal.
Too much depth. I will mention. All right, here is a photo of the
on his chest.
There
you go.
Nice. That's always the tell, I find. Marcus Lee. I think he's my favourite player in the NBL. He's cool, isn't he? He's really cool.
He's got boing vert.
He's quite cringe on Instagram because
I haven't seen.
Yeah, so
I haven't seen. Please.
He was. I've really liked watching him. Even like when I used to go to games a couple of years ago. Like, wow, this cunt is long and can catch anything. He's what I would want to be if I was a basketball player, a professional 6'11". 6'11", but just like when he catches it, his arms cocked back but. So I was like, cool. We were having this chat last week on the Deep Two NBL podcast about me following some sports people where I like to follow the Monty Morrises.
Hell yeah, we love it.
But the Steph Currys as well.
Smith retired, by the way. So, rip.
So now Monty Morris serves him as the journeyman backup. He's might not actually be that good.
He's all right.
He's all right. That's Ish Smith, isn't it? But Marcus Lee, sort of like a vlogger.
Is he? Nice.
Yeah, he's got like a studio.
I feel a sense of cringe about you. What's
Massive.
going on?
It's extremely cringe.
Why?
Yeah, I just.
You're not a fan.
Not a fan.
You're a hater.
Yeah, don't want to hear it. Seriously, don't want to hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I buy you a Marcus Lee jersey,
yeah, you can do that. No.
He'd be cool.
Yeah, he's still my favorite. I just don't follow him. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I feel like I've got one of the biggest.
You're drinking the haterade.
Yeah, but I think I've got like the biggest tolerance for cringe out of a few of my close mates.
I mean, a guy doing podcasts, sometimes that can be cringe. It can.
Yeah.
I listen to my own voice and I wanted to die.
Yeah. So, but listen to someone else's voice and it's sometimes worse.
Yeah, it's true.
Perth also lost a heartbreaker to the Tasmania Jack Jumpers, 84-79. Break it down. You were saying it was a boring game, but the end was extremely exciting.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was just like, playing at like your local gym and like nobody could hit a shot, or especially Tasmania. Like the first quarter they scored 9 points, which is fucking crazy. 10 minutes of basketball and you can only score 9 points.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, it's like Google the record at that point.
Yeah, and I'm sure it'd be pretty bloody close. 9 points is crazy, but then like in the second quarter, Perth only scored 13, so it was a very low scoring affair, and like buying a basket nobody could do. That fourth quarter, it was really Perth's game to win, or had won it, and then they just kind of clawed back, which Jack Jumpers have a great habit of doing, which is fantastic. And then it just kind of came down to like a bit of a shoot-off. Like it was a bit of a freak play. I think it was 65-62. The Wildcats had a missed free throw. Doolittle missed a free throw. Elijah Pepper, who I love, by the way, got a rebound, put it back up, and won. missed the free throw, 64-65, and then it just transpired of just shot making, and led into OT, and I think the final score was 84 jack jumpers and 79 to Perth.
Yeah,
so it was big shots. Milton Doyle is bloody fucking sick.
He's so cool.
He's so fucking cool. Like, the league is so much better with him in it. I love Milton Doyle. He's a badass.
Yeah. All right, before we move on, so Perth's had a week from hell. Perth, looking at the standings at the moment, are currently 8th. 1 win, 3 losses, negative 27 overall. Goal difference.
Nice.
Like, too early to tell, or is there cause for concern, or what do you think?
I think Bryce had a really shit game against United, and United also had a great game. So I think if they win that, that's what you're on 2
2 and 2. I
think it's a bit too early to tell. I think a lot of other teams, e.g. Taipans, which we can kind of touch on immediately after,
a little bit too hot.
They're playing well. They're playing well, and I think they're exceeding what a lot of people's expectations.
Well, they're exceeding yours from the pre-season.
A lot of people, definitely including myself, had Taipans at the bottom of the food chain. Now they're sitting 4th.
Yeah. I guess same for Illawarra. You were like, oh man, I like this team, and they might be my favourite, but they're not going to do much. And like now, look at
playing hard. Yeah, it's fucking sick.
So maybe like let's wait a couple of weeks and see how it adjusts. But it's definitely not a great sign. Like it's not a concern. It's not a cause for comfort.
I think they've just got they've got studs on the roster. Anytime you've got Bryce, a 4-time MVP, like, things will happen. I see Phoenix and Bullets just being where they are at the moment, just being pretty dog shit. And then it's just kind of a 5-man race other than Sydney to see who can be 2nd, 3rd or 4th. But we can touch on that again later.
Well, I mean, if the Breakers stay in America, they will have a 100% win rate.
True, they're flawless.
Like, can we just maybe you just
end the season?
Not even end the season. Can we just continually cancel flights?
True.
If they're bloody coming back with Qantas, not that they would be. They'd be coming back with Air New Zealand, wouldn't they?
Terrible.
Well, do you want to move on to aforementioned Cairns Taipans?
Yeah.
2 big wins. What happened?
Yeah, 2 big wins. I guess they won against last year's finalists, being United and the Jack Jumpers.
Wow, yeah.
So we'll start with the Jack Jumpers. They won 90-78. This was a bit of a blowout in the 2nd and 3rd quarter. Like, it was almost, again, the Jack Jumpers were down by 18 to 20 points. And I've kind of switched it off, going, oh fuck, this is going to be an absolute bloodbath. And I was even messaging you guys. I was saying wow, there's 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter, and it's only a 4-point game. It's just Jack Jumpers have an amazing ability to just somehow come back and just score shots and really kind of rope-a-dope the opposition. But full credit to Cairns. Everyone played well. Taron Armstrong is a fucking star. I've said that in the past. He will play for Australia.
He will.
Paddy Mills is going to retire eventually. Delladova's gone.
Seriously, it was. Yeah, well, let's just mention he had 20 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. He looks so, and he's supposed to be a young guy. He looks strong. He awesome. Looks consistent, and he look when he makes a turnover, it's I knew it. Young point guard makes a turnover. But then every time he just makes a really strong pass. He had this one in transition where he's dribbling. He's got 2 guys cutting to the rim, and then he sort of floats out a little bit to his left behind the 3-point line.
Nice.
And before the guy is on the opposite side of the arc, he just flings it through defenders cutting to the paint. So hot.
Yeah, awesome.
Can I give my early sort of player comp for Taron Armstrong?
Please.
Taller, stronger Goran Dragic.
Taller, stronger Goran Dragic.
Because he's hitting a couple of shots.
Goran was insane. When he was playing for Phoenix. And Sixth man of the year?
God, he might have. Jamie, look that up.
Jamie, look that up. He was insane for 1 or 2 seasons at Phoenix.
He was insane for a while. Yeah.
Okay, I can see that. I think if anything, Taron can create his own shot. Obviously, he scored
20 points.
20 points. I think he's definitely more of a pass, even though he scored 20, pass first.
Yeah. I'm actually impressed with how much he's scoring because he's supposed to be a pass first guard.
Well, he's supposed to score as well.
A few off ball cuts as well. It's just he's
nice.
He's
and he's quite tall. Yeah. He's nice.
Full fucking package, man.
It's exciting. Yeah. Super exciting.
Goran Dragic did not win Sixth Man of the Year.
Yes, I'll die.
But in the COVID season, he was 6th in Sixth Man of the Year. That is the highest he's ever come. Bleacher Report's got this new column where it's got the awards.
He came 6th. Most improved. Okay.
He won most improved in Phoenix. He came 16th in MVP.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah,
that is pretty tight.
I love this. It's so cool. Every now and again, you look at like Taj Gibson, and it's like, wow, he came 3rd in Rookie of the Year.
That dunk against Miami in like 20 something was insane.
Well, that won't come up on the column, but
I'll put it in. Back to the game.
Yeah.
Rob Edwards, I want to touch on as well. He's a dog.
He's a little nugget as well.
He's a nugget, isn't he? Kind of gives me like Desmond Bain vibes with his like biceps just popping out.
But like taller.
Like I think that's what a lot of the commentators were saying as well. Like he is taller than most guards. Like he can see above whatever's happening. He can back you down. He's not scared to drive to the basket. He is strong. I really like him. And he was kind of chirping to the crowd, which was fucking... I love that.
Also, if he hits a shot, because like he's had a few finishes where he runs into the paint and he's like, well, I'm just bigger, I'm going to move you, right?
See you later, bye.
So if he hits, like, because he hit like 5 threes in one of these games, it's like, man, if you can do that, you've got this pass-first guard next to you who's also scoring, who's also tall enough to defend multiple guard positions.
Yeah. Exciting.
Let's ask the question after we run through their other game, but like, are they legit, Jim?
So their second game, they won 101 to 88 against United. Again, Rob Edwards scored 23. Absolute baller, 23, 5 and 3. You've got here, entire team shot a hair under 50%. That is unreal.
Against the Jack Jumpers, the team shot 58% against the Jack Jumper. It was for the weekend, they shot around 54%.
Ballers. That is fucking sick.
You could also look at that and say, oh, maybe they just got hot, but it looked very repeatable.
It doesn't matter, like a win's a win.
No, but also everything they were doing looked repeatable, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And Gak.
Yes, I like Gak a lot. And the commentators were also very hot on him as well. So I've got 14 points, 8 rebounds in 15 minutes. Like, that's unbelievable efficiency. Like, get on, get off. You're just scoring the lights out.
Yeah.
Their import, I think it's Tanner Groves wasn't playing that game. So thus Gak got those minutes. Super exciting young team under Adam Ford, who's... I think I said before, he's kind of he's a bad boy for one. Like, he threw a punch at Aaron Baines last year.
Yeah, he's the guy.
He's the guy. So it's a fucking sick team. Super exciting.
Yeah.
I'm
just trying to ask Jamie to pull it up for us. Who's their big man? Because I'm just thinking they're super stacked in the...
It'd probably be...
Wardenberg.
Wardenberg's like their power forward, if you want. He's fucking awesome too.
And Galloway can hit a couple of threes.
Kieran Galloway played well.
Gak's a stretchy forward. Adnam.
And it's Tanner Groves, who's their
big, right?
Yeah,
okay,
he's
cool,
sick.
Cool.
He's fucking like a tank.
Yeah,
he's awesome. Super exciting. I think Cairns can push.
Cairns can.
They can push for a top 4.
Yeah.
Top 5.
Yeah.
Quite easily too, I think.
You want to talk WNBA? Maybe some WNBL? Australian Opals chat? Heck, even dabble in some EuroLeague? Find the W Basketball Show on the Deep Two Podcast Network.
The NBA moves so quickly these days, it's hard to keep up. Shams and Woj are breaking stories left and right, but the Quick Time Out is right there with them to keep you informed on the latest NBA news. Stop in and let us break it down as it happens. Find the Quick Time Out on the Deep Two Podcast Network.
Well, so going off that, we mentioned Cairns and Illawarra, the overperforming teams. Does that mean you would put Cairns over Illawarra as sort of...
I actually don't think Illawarra is overperforming at the moment. I know I'm kind of like flip-flopping. Their team is fucking nice.
Yeah.
Trey Cal, I guess that's a good segue.
Yeah, it's a brilliant segue.
Trey Cal is in MVP contention, definitely.
According to NBL.com.au, he's leading the way above Rob Edwards.
Yeah, and that would make sense. Like, he scored 29 points against the loss to Adelaide, which is their first loss, by the way. So it was 100 to Illawarra Hawks and 102 defending for Adelaide. Trey Kell scored 29 points. Like, that's pretty fucking nice.
And it looked good.
It looked good.
Yeah,
And the boy
yeah.
can shoot threes. Again, he's a taller guard. Like, he can take you down. Muscly boy. He's got a shot. He's super exciting. I've got him in my super coach team, so I fucking love when he drops.
I don't know how you're affording all these guys.
I've swapped a couple of people. I've swapped Derek Walton because he stanks.
Yeah.
We've got Kendrick Davis at the point.
Yeah.
And then we've got Trey Kell at the point. Trey Kell, vice captain. Thank you very much. Points that week. Super excited with Illawarra Hawks. Obviously, they lost here.
They lost to one of the best teams in the comp, though.
Yes, definitely. Adelaide 36ers have kind of a four-man kind of...
The big four, I saw they were referred to as. Yeah.
Was,
I think at that point you just have to say they've got a very good starting lineup.
Yeah, their starting lineup, whoever plus the five, is pretty nice.
It's like if you're Kendrick Perkins, you just sort of like be quiet while they say you've got a good... it's one of those ones where it's like...
you've got like a big 8.
Yeah.
Roster.
Yeah. We don't need to name it, but it's cool.
Kendrick Davis scored 32. Like, that boy is playing well. Like,
he's doing what you said he would do.
Did I? Yes. Yeah, let's go. I've got a memory of a goldfish.
You were very high on him in the introductory podcast.
Kendrick is nice, and like he's definitely responding to a lot of like haters within the NBL realm of him saying he's too kind of young or too fresh or too raw.
Or
32.
Olga Newlook. Who works for ESPN, obviously famously, famously said he's not conducive to winning, and Kendrick Davis came out. And I was thinking, I've got two talking points here. First one is, if you're Kendrick Davis, at what point do you retweet that tweet?
Nice.
Is it after you score 32 points and your first win back, right?
Nice.
Or do you wait until, let's say they get the 1 seed, right? Do you do it then, or do you wait until you win a title? Because
I'm petty, so I would do it almost every time I play well. But I reckon get a couple of games under your belt, maybe like teens in terms of games. Where Adelaide kind of fall at like halfway season. Do it.
Because you'd be worried. You'd be worried that you won't win a title, So I think teens. I think you're spot on with the teens.
Yeah, the teens, or like when you lock a playoff spot. Oops, what's this? My bad. We'll just screenshot the ladder.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
So, but do like the most boomer thing ever.
Yeah.
Like the application.
The application. That's funny.
Second, I interviewed Olga Newlook.
That's cool.
In 20 before COVID, right?
Pull that up, Jamie.
for a uni assignment, I wrote an article on different pathways to the NBA, and this was right after LaMelo, and
that's sick.
It was before LaMelo, I think.
That's cool.
It was who was like in there before LaMelo. It was like wasn't RJ Hampton. But RJ Hampton was the same season as...
That was nuts that season.
There was...
I can't recall.
Yeah, anyway, I just said... I asked him questions about, like, what would Trae Young have looked like if he'd spent a year and been the backup point guard for some fucking dinky
really cool.
Dialsum team.
That is super cool.
And now he's off, like, he's... you'd say he's like the Adrian Wojnarowski of the NBL. Retired GM of an amateur side. Nice. Bad joke. DJ's leading the league in pointing, scoring. Pointing at the other team.
Yeah. No, DJ is a baller. I kind of don't know again why he wasn't in the Australian squad.
Yeah, if we need shooting, I think a lot comes down to Brian Gourjean. I think
if you play the NBA, you must be in the team.
I think there's a bit of that, but I think Brian was just a big fat idiot. I think,
dude, like Nick Kay, DJ Vasiljevic.
Yeah.
Chris Goulding.
I think Brian is. I don't think he's very good at his job.
Yeah, well, he's playing right now for the Sydney Kings, and like that team is probably the best fucking team in the league.
Yeah. And I think you could coach him quite well.
Sorry, definitely. Me and you can be like this. All right, boys, do it.
Do your thing.
Do the thing.
You know how all of you can score? You know you've got the big 4?
Yeah, nice. Yeah. We've got a big 10.
Yeah.
Anyway, Adelaide, Trez is playing really well. I'm really happy for him that he's in a system that's working and he's fucking showing off what he's got. Hopefully, he can stick around for a while or go back to the NBA circuit. But he scored 17 and 10.
This league seriously, like, custom built for him.
Yeah, it is. No, it is, isn't it? He's 6'7", he can dunk, he's talking shit. He gets into the crowd.
And he's able to play like a bit of a Twin Towers mould where Humphreys can do most of the defending.
Exactly right.
Like, yeah, Trez will get the blocks
under the ring.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I agree.
And it's, if I were him, I wouldn't go to the NBA. I'm sure millions of dollars would try and convince you otherwise, and closer to your family.
I reckon he probably just won't get an offer.
I don't think he will either.
He's done. I thought he was pretty decent. Like, he was solid.
Yeah. I think, like, who would want him? Because it's not a playoff team, right? Because he can't play.
6'7", like, it's done. LeBron's taller than you.
I think he's found a new home. Also, the wine's really nice in Adelaide, so like, just enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like,
That's funny.
There's nice vineyards there. For what it's worth, I've been to one Adelaide vineyard in my life, but
it was nice.
I also don't know what I'm talking about.
I mean, did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, I didn't drink any wine. It was for a wedding. It was actually gorgeous wedding at a vineyard.
A gorge. Wedding. Nice.
We call that one a callback. Do you want to? Is there anything else you want to talk about? That was a Illawarra / Adelaide hybrid conversation.
God, I love Illawarra and I love Adelaide. I think that I just like the NBL. I'm happy the NBL's back.
Yeah,
it's exciting. It's something to look forward to. Like we said, like when basketball is played on a Thursday night, awesome.
Yeah, these Thursdays.
It will get played on a Monday night as well, which is fucking sick. Hopefully we go to a game within a fortnight. That'd be fun. Me, you and Lucas.
We will. Open invite. Meet us there.
Before we leave, I would love to get your point of view on like a potential power ranking. So there's 10 teams, and I think obviously South Melbourne are 10th.
Yeah. Is that because of games played? So they've lost 4 while Brisbane's lost 3.
Well, they haven't won 1 and they've looked pretty shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying that they're 10th.
Okay, well,
in my opinion.
I didn't think we were going to have much beef pap on this.
Oh, really?
I got the Bullets 10th, man. Because it's like, who's it? Josh, what's his name? Hurt? Matt Hurt?
Matt Hurt, yeah. He's pretty nice.
It's like, I think he could, like, he scored 32 points the other day.
Yeah.
And he created most of them. Like, it looks good.
Yeah.
Tell me who on Brisbane can do that. Like Prather's
Prather's cool. Keandre Cook's shown a little bit. James Bateman's cool.
They've obviously got the tall human.
You're probably right, unfortunately. So, yeah, I think the Bullets are 10th, maybe.
Yeah. How's that?
How's that? Bullets can be 10th. Phoenix are the 9th. But they have potential to, like, Sobey's not playing well, unfortunately.
Derek Walton's not playing well. There's just more on Phoenix. That's why I'd rank them. Yeah. I guess, what is a power ranking? Is it past performance or projecting?
Is current what it is.
No projections for the future.
No projection. I think power rankings, because they change.
Power rankings. So right, yeah.
Rankings is current to what
Let's put them. Happening. I'm happy to put them tied 10th.
Tied 10th, so with the Bullets.
Yeah.
Okay, so 10-10 is Phoenix and Bullets. What is 8th?
God, going off the ladder, you'd have to say Wildcats, but like I think Jack Jumpers 10, and the whole thing. Jack Jumpers 8th, saying.
Yeah, I think so too. Unfortunately.
And then we go on Wildcats 7.
Yeah.
By the ladder, the 36ers are next, but I think
I wouldn't take that. No.
I think they've shown a lot more. Yeah. So who would be 6th?
I'd say United.
Far out.
I'd say United.
I think you're right.
Yeah, because
hold on. Let's talk about New Zealand.
True. I totally forgot about NZ because they're top of the ladder.
Do they just like? Do they not count?
They do count. I mean, we've only seen 2 games, unfortunately.
Let's put them 8th.
Yeah, let's put them 8th. Fuck, I totally forgot about them.
New Zealand 8th, Wildcats 7. Jack Jumpers, then Wildcats. That would put Melbourne 5th.
Yeah.
And then...
Top 4, I reckon Sixers. Then Taipans.
And then Hawks or Kings 1 and 2?
Kings 1, Hawks 2.
Just because I'm taking the Kings for granted, every time I see a notification or I see a box score, I go, oh, the Kings won. They fucking should, man.
Yeah, they should win.
But when I see Taipans or Hawks win, it's like, oh, what's happening? Is this some basketball revolution?
Hawks are legit.
And maybe I need to get past that. Maybe I need to get past that mental barrier.
Yeah.
Because I kind of want to put the Kings down a little bit.
Oh, okay. You want to put them second?
Yeah.
Third.
Yeah, second. So I just want to... This might be the only time the Hawks and Taipans would be top. If the Kings keep playing as well as they should, and we think they will. So it's like, let's say the next 20 weeks, the Kings are on top of the ladder, at top of this power ranking. Yeah. Yeah, just for what it's worth, let's...
Okay. Yeah.
Let's just
let the Hawks have their time to shine.
No, let's let the Taipans have their time to shine. Because we're gushing a bit.
Oh, we're gushing.
We're gushing. Because we're gushing, Taipans 1, Kings 2, Hawks 3.
That's fair.
And that your favourite team's third. So
my favourite team, I'm a Hawker. Hawk tour. I can't wait to buy everybody a jersey. So you support United?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to buy you a Marcus Lee jersey.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll be $124.
Well, maybe I can write 124.
I'm just assuming.
Yeah. Maybe I'll get a t-shirt. Like a t-shirt jersey.
Oh, and I'll just spray paint.
No. Can you get t-shirt jerseys?
I'm sure you can.
Like their warm-up. Their warm-up.
That's a nice blue jersey.
Maybe I get ILEE, so it's Shea Illy and a Marcus Lee jersey.
Good. That's good. I like that.
Yeah. All right, cool. And then final, we talked about this last week. We talked about adding a little end segment a la Broden Kelly, the footy Malacca of the week.
Nice.
So just to try and keep up to date with the kids.
Yeah, of the TikToks.
And do you have TikTok, by the way?
I technically have it,
but you don't use it. Yeah. See, I'm a serial TikToker.
Oh, you love it.
Yeah, it's bad. Like it's
so
like,
you're our TikTok expert.
Yeah, but I also couldn't tell you what maxing Sigma is. Like, I mean, I roughly know.
I think it's looks maxing, and then if you're a Sigma, you're like a top dog.
Right.
So looks maxing is like you're maximizing your looks.
I get that. Yeah. Because it's like min-maxing in video games.
Yeah. Exactly. But you're maximizing how good you can look. And Sigma means you're a top dog.
Right.
Now, those words, I don't know if they apply to what I want to talk about. Because it's a little cutie patootie moment.
Yeah.
And it's when Milton Doyle pretty much scored those game winners against Perth. He goes into an interview with his son on his lap. And the interviewer asks his son, saying, "What do you love most about seeing your dad play?" And the little boy obviously says, "Seeing my dad hitting game-winning shots." And everybody was laughing, and that was cute. So it's probably not looks maxing. But it maybe is a Sigma moment. Maybe it's like a boss moment.
Yeah, maybe every week we call it a different stupid word of the week.
I like that a lot.
So this week's Sigma looks maxing was the little kid complimenting his Hundo. Mine is Pepper. Is it Elijah Pepper?
Yeah.
Elijah Pepper's step through down, I think, like third or fourth quarter, where he's like taking this massive leap to his right arm. Almost sort of faked a little bit and then stepped right through into just crisp, clean air. Like there is no one to the left of him, yet he's got a whole lane.
Nice. I like that.
We'll share it to the Deep Two's Instagram story, Deep Two. I can't believe it's that simple. We'll share that highlight to the story so that people know what we're talking about after they listen to the pod.
Good.
Jim, what's the next game? What's the next game you got your eye on? Just quick. There we are.
Yeah, I think 36ers versus Kings.
No, what about the bottom for the tied 10?
Ooh, that's nice. I think, who gets their first win there? Phoenix or Bullets? I think the Phoenix do.
Well, maybe we should change our power rankings if we both agree.
Yeah, so maybe Bullets just dead fucking last.
Yeah, that's right. They got the tall guy.
But the Friday night game, 36ers versus Kings.
That is a rough. Kings, then Melbourne. You got Friday to Sunday.
Yeah, that is rough.
God.
That's fucking exciting. That's going to be a nice power ranking match.
Oh my God, Kings Taipans. This is a good league.
It is a good league. It's like there's probably two teams that are not great. But even us saying that, like, I still think Phoenix are okay. It's just things aren't happening.
They got a lot of individual players. Well, their coach is apparently a numpty.
Yes, it was like 1-13 his last 14
going
games
back to the previous season.
That's fucking terrible.
And then someone also looked at it where it's like looking back because he took over 2 seasons ago and he finished the year like
it's bad.
2-4.
Phoenix don't play well.
Yeah,
it's so sad.
This isn't a trend.
No,
this is we know now.
You suck.
And he looks ugly.
He does. He looks like a basketballer.
He does look like he looks like a retired basketballer.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Fucking great pod, Jim.
Great pod. A lot of fun.
I'll speak to you next week or the week after.
Go NBL.